Yes, the star's address. Can I help you?
Yes, operator. With a change of time from daylight back to standard, could you tell me what program is on at 4 o'clock?
Just a minute. Say, Mabel, what program's on today at 4 o'clock?
I don't know, Gertrude. I'll look it up in this radio guide.
Hold it, Mabel. Hold it.
Huh?
Look whose picture's on page 8.
Well, take off my glove and dial with my naked finger. If it ain't Jack Benny. He's not only handsome, but look at that strong chin. What character?
Some character. One night last week, he drove me up the Valhalla Drive, pulled over to a lonely spot, turned off the ignition and said, "Well, what do you know? I'm out of gas." No. Yeah. So I said I'd be very happy to buy some.
I'll bet that embarrassed him.
Embarrassed him nothing. He siphoned a gallon out of his tank and sold it to me. But Mabel, you can't stay mad at a man like Jack Benny. Just look at that picture, the way he's standing there so casual and nonchalant with his coat thrown over his arm.
Yeah, and look at those muscles.
Muscles? Where?
On the floor, they fell out of his sleeve.
Oh, yeah. Yes?
Operator, this is Jack Benny.
Gertrude, what's the matter?
It's Benny. He's waiting for applause.
I'm not waiting for applause. I'm in my dressing room. Now, operator, with the change of time today, I'd like to check my watch. What time is it, please?
It's 20 minutes to 4.
20 minutes to 4. Well, now that's funny. I've got 20 minutes to 3.
Hold on. Mabel, what time have you got?
20 minutes to 5.
No, honey. You moved your watch ahead an hour and you're supposed to move it back. Gee, are you dumb?
Well, I'm not as dumb as Jack Benny. He didn't move it at all.
How could he? His muscles fell out of his sleeves.
Operator, I heard that. I'm going to report you. That Gertrude thinks she's smart. Well, that's the last time I give her Ethel for the price of regular. Now, let's see. Where did I put my... Oh, so you finally got here.
Hello, boss!
Rochester, you know I'm always nervous before doing a program. Why do you have to be late?
Late? I got 20 minutes to 2.
Well, no wonder. Our watches are all mixed up, and it's your fault.
My fault?
Well, yeah. What were you supposed to do at 2 o'clock this morning?
What I always do, tiptoe into your room, put a hot water bottle on your feet.
Was that all you did?
Well, I must confess, boss, I tickled your toes a little.
Oh, was that you?
Yeah, when I saw the way you had your arms around that pillow, I figured you were expecting something.
Rochester, I always sleep with my arms around a pillow.
I know, but last night you looked at it and said, "Don't you think two can live as cheap as one?"
Gee, I do the silliest things in my sleep. I can understand putting my arms around the pillow, but talking to it? Rochester, why didn't you wake me up?
Well, I hated you cut in, boss. You was dancing.
Oh, well. Rochester, I'm going down the hall to Miss Livingston's dressing room. I'll see you later. Gee, but it's straight after staying out late, walking the pillow back home. Mary, are you in there?
Just a minute, Jack. I'm not dressed yet. Oh, Pauline. Yes, Miss Livingston. Mr. Benny wants to come in, help me into my dress.
Yes, ma'am, Miss Livingston. How long has he been on your program?
Well, Pauline, it really isn't my program. It's Mr. Benny's. Mr. Benny's the star. I just work for him, and he pays me a very nice salary. Not as much as I pay you, but a very nice salary. Pauline, how does my dress look?
Well, it looks all right, Miss Livingston. But if I were you, I'd wear it a little shorter. You have such good legs.
Well, thank you, Pauline.
Too bad you only have 2 of them.
What?
Well, what I mean is, when you've got something so nice, it's too bad you can't have more of it.
Believe me, Pauline, every girl who has nice legs is perfectly satisfied with 2 of them. Well, after all, who'd look at a girl with 3 legs?
Everybody.
Mary, how about it?
Just a minute.
I don't know why it takes women so long to get dressed. Men don't take that long. Rochester throws me together in 5 minutes, sometimes quicker.
Oh, Mr. Benny, oh, Mr. Benny.
What is it, Dennis?
Well, Don Wilson is looking all over for you. You should have started the program 15 minutes ago.
15 minutes ago? Well, see, I've got 3:15. Well, what does your watch say?
Boulevard.
I don't mean that. Anyway, if we're 15 minutes late, we'd better get out on the stage.
Jack, where have you been? Hurry!
Look, Don, this is not my fault.
But the program!
Don, day savings time got me mixed up. We still have plenty of time to do the sketch, so just take it easy while I'm handing out the scripts. Dennis!
4:15.
I know that.
Jack, which sketch are we going to be doing?
We're going to do the satire on that wonderful picture, High Noon. We starred Gary Cooper. I'm going to play the leading role.
But you don't even know what time it is.
Oh, quiet. Don, turn to page 12 and introduce our play.
Okay, Jack. Ladies and gentlemen, for our feature attraction of the evening, we're going to present our version of that epic of the West, the Stanley Kramer production of High Noon, brought to you by Jell-O. What is the best way, ladies and gentlemen, to serve Jell-O? The answer is often. Because just one taste of this swell, colorful dessert, and folks are sure to want it again real soon. Yes, Jell-O is a grand, exciting treat, a perfect joy to look at, and when it comes to taste, well, there's simply nothing finer. Jell-O adds a glamorous touch to any meal. Gay, sprightly color, rich, tantalizing flavor, all blended together in a bright, tangy dessert of enticing goodness. So, tomorrow night, lend a new delight to dinner with a clear, radiant mold of shimmering Jell-O in any one of Jell-O's 6 delicious flavors. The name Jell-O is a trademark, the property of General Foods, and when you buy, look for those big red letters on the box. That way you can always be sure of getting the flavor that made Jell-O famous. The year is 1875. The place, the little town of Hadleyville. The scene is in the office of the Justice of the Peace.
I'm the town marshal, and my name is Gary King. This is my wedding day. Yep, right this moment, I'm getting married to my sweetheart, Amy.
Do not forsake me, oh my darling, on this our wedding day. Do not forsake me, oh my darling.
Do you, Amy, take this man to be your lawful wedded husband?
I do.
And do you, Gary, take Amy for your lawful wedded wife?
Gary, take thee, Amy, to love, honor, and cherish.
Now, you got ahead of me, boy, because I was going to ask you to repeat after me.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So let me say my line, and then you go on and you say your line.
All right, go for it, Rev.
Now, repeat after me, Gary. I, Gary,
take the Amy to love, honor, and cherish.
I, Gary, take the Amy to love, honor, and cherish.
And with all my worldly goods I thee endow. But come on, repeat it. And with all my worldly goods I thee endow.
I, Gary, take the Amy to love, honor, and cherish.
I even had to buy the ring.
I now pronounce you man and wife.
Gary, my husband.
Amy, my bride, kiss me.
No, it's customary for the justice of the peace to get the first kiss.
Oh, well, stand aside, Amy. The man wants to kiss me.
No! I mean her.
Oh, come on, Amy. Let's get it going on our honeymoon.
Gee, Gary, I'm so glad you're going to give up your job as marshal and put those awful guns away.
Yes, Amy, now we can have a peaceful life.
Marshal!
Yeah, what's up?
Terrible news! Frank Miller has been released from jail.
No.
Yeah, and he's arriving in town at high noon.
High noon?
Yes, high noon. And 3 of his henchmen are waiting at the railroad station to meet him.
Where are my guns? I'd better swear in some deputies. I gotta get Frank Miller before he gets me.
Gary, tell me, what's this all about?
Well, Amy, 5 years ago I arrested Frank Miller and sent him to jail. He vowed he'd kill me when he got out. Well, I gotta get him first.
But Gary, you may be killed. I don't want to be a widow on our wedding day. I want to go on a honeymoon.
Well, look, Amy, I can't run away. You wouldn't want to be married to a coward, would you? I went outside and walked the hot, dusty, deserted streets, looking in vain for men to serve as deputies. I went to their homes and the general store. I went to the town saloon. Finally, I went looking for desperate Dennis McNulty. Suddenly, I saw him riding towards me.
Whoa, easy now, easy. Easy, old paint.
I never had the heart to tell him. He rode that cow everywhere. He dismounted and said,
Hi, Gary. Congratulations. I heard you just get married.
That's right, I did.
Who'd you marry? The schoolmarm?
Well, no, why?
Well, they always do in westerns.
Oh, look, I haven't got time to talk about that. I'm in trouble. Frank Miller's coming back to town to kill me. I need help.
You sure do. And you sure came to the right man. I'll help you.
You will? You mean you're not afraid?
Of course not. When I see Frank Miller, I'll sneak up behind him.
Uh-huh.
And then I'll stick my gun in his back and say, hands up.
Uh-huh. As I left him, he turned the cow over on its back and was milking it. It looked like the fountain of Wilshire and Santa Monica. I kept on walking through town looking for help. The streets were deserted and it was getting close to high noon. And I had to find somebody to deputize. So I just kept walking. Time was running short, and still I could find no one to help me. I was a marked man. No one would even come near me. I didn't know what to do. In my search for help, I wandered down to the Mexican border. Came upon a group of people who were having a fiesta. Needing a deputy badly, I approached one of the men and said, "Pardon me, senor, but do you know who I am?"
See?
You know, there's a man out to kill me.
See?
Would you be willing to help me?
See?
Well, what's your name?
Sigh.
Cy? And now, you, senorita, are you a sister?
See?
And is it all right for your brother to help me?
See?
Well, what's your name?
Conchita Guadalupe Lolita Hernandez Gonzalez Clarita del Prado Ramona Rosita Ramirez.
Conchita Guadalupe Lolita Hernandez Gonzalez Clarita del Prado Ramona Rosita Ramirez?
See?
Well, that name is too long. What can I call you?
Sue.
Sue?
See?
Well, I was talking to her, wasn't I?
See?
Well, what do you do for a living?
So?
See?
Now cut that out. I appreciated her offer to help, but I couldn't take a chance on Conchita Guadalupe Lolita Hernandez Gonzalez, Clarita del Prado Ramona Rosita Ramirez getting killed. It'd drive the tombstone maker nuts. Well, now I had to make up my mind, and I wasn't going to wait for Miller to come looking for me. I decided to go down to the railroad station and wait for him.
He made a vow while in state prison, not to be my life forgiven. I'm not afraid of death, but oh, what will I do if you leave me?
I raced to the railroad station. Frank Miller's train was due to arrive at high noon. There was only a few minutes to wait. I went inside.
Train now loading on track 5 for Anaheim, Azusa, and Cucamonga.
I was alone in the station except for one cowboy. Thinking I could make him my deputy, I went over to talk to him. What's your name, partner?
Tex Crosby.
Tex, huh? Then you were born in Texas.
No, I was born in Louisiana, but nobody got to call me Louise.
Now that's an old joke.
Well, it was new in 1875.
Well, what are you doing here anyway,
Well,
Tex?
I'm waiting for Frank Miller to arrive. We're gonna kill the town marshal.
Oh, you are, huh? Well, I'm the town marshal, and I'm going to kill you.
Train now leaving on track 5 for Anaheim, Azusa, and Cucamonga.
I'll give you a fighting chance, Tex. When I count 3, you draw and shoot.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Oh.
Amonga.
I got you, Tex. As he lay there, he reminded me of his brother. He was a groaner, too. And that got rid of one of them killers. The high noon train pulled into the station, came to a stop. Frank Miller got off the very last car where he was met by his 2 remaining henchmen. This was my date with destiny. There fell a lonely silence as I walked toward the 3 men who wanted to kill me. Alone in the blazing noonday sun, hands on my gun, slowly I kept going towards them. My hand was sweating. My throat was dry. I knew that within 1 minute, either they or I would be dead. As soon as I got within pistol range, I drew my gun and fired. Yep, I killed all 3 of them. Without giving them a chance to talk. Now, this wasn't the way it was done in the picture, but I know how to save money on actors. Well, I was safe now. My only problem was whether to ask my wife to come back to me or go looking for Conchita Guadalupe Gonzalez Clarita del Prado Ramona Rosita Ramirez. But regardless in the mix-up in daylight saving time,
I and the whole town knew it was high noon.
This has been the Jello programs. Lee Mahoney as Jack Benny. Jan Carone as Mary Livingston. Roy Tanner as Rochester and Tex Clark. Alan Andrews as Justice of the Peace, Dennis Day, Spy, and the Railroad Announcer. Also featured were Marilyn Lafer, Phyllis Ryan, Sidney Knoll, and yours truly, you would admire as Don Wilson. And now please put your hands together for today's hard-working and masterful sound effects crew. Dan Carone, Jimmy Dickinson, and Marilyn Lafer. And our talented pianist, Joe McKenna. Today's show was produced by Yolanda Day. Now, at this time, the Rio Grande Players will sing a song which may be familiar to you. Please feel free to join us.
You work and work for years and years, you're always on the go. You never take a minute off, but busy making dough. Someday you say you'll have your fun when you're a millionaire. Imagine all the fun you'll have in your old rocking chair. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. You're gonna take that ocean trip no matter come what may. You've got your reservations, but you just can't get away. Next year for sure you'll see the world, you'll really get around. But how far can you travel when you're 6 feet underground? Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think. Enjoy yourself while you're still in the pink. The years go by as quickly as a wink. Enjoy yourself, it's later than you think.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, we would welcome any questions you might have regarding today's show or the process of recreating radio episodes from the Golden Age. The floor is yours.